In this video I will use a drill support and a drill mount velcro sanding system. I want to hook the support there, but like that the drill chuck will be too high. So I turn that part, so the support makes a 90 degrees angle. And I remove the clamping system bolt, because I will use screws to hold it. But it doesn't fit there. But if I turn both the strips, now it fits perfect. I don't need neither to plane them to make them thinner, nor to put something between them to make them thicker. The drill goes there, so I can cut both strips this long, but I should have cut them some more longer. This support has that protruding in the inside corner, and if I don't want it to get in the way, I must cut a rabbet here. And here the corner will get in the way of that curve in the support, so I will cut it. I hold the strip with my homemade vise. I mark the corner I want to cut, and I cut it. When I put pressure on a strip like that, I must make sure the edge of the strip is aligned with the clamp screws. I cut the strip to the length I've marked before. And now I cut the rabbet in the other strip. Once I've cut everything, I sanded all the cuts. And now here we can see how nothing gets in the way. Well, okay, I didn't try to be super precise. I will nail both pieces together, and I want them to be flush there. So I will use that strip to make sure they will be flush. I drill 3 diagonal guide holes. If I drill them at 90 degrees, the nails I have would protrude the other side. I apply some glue. I put one piece on the other, and I move both pieces to spread the glue. But first I should have inserted the nails, making them protrude the other side. That way I could insert the tips of the nails in the guide holes in the other piece. The problem is that now, when I hammer the nails in diagonal, the glue causes that one piece slides on the other. So I had to hammer the edge of the strips until they were aligned. So the support goes like this, and I want to put that on a MDF base. And here I discover that the clamp bracket in this support is too narrow to use with this drill, but I will use it anyway. And in front of that, to make the table, I will use 2 strips and a piece of plywood. I need to make a taller table, but I can install the support right there. So I will screw the support to the wooden pieces. And sometimes I forget to turn the camera on. This is the mark I made. I put the support right in the mark, and I used a metal drilling bit to drill 2 guide holes, and I drove 2 screws. The base of the head of the screws I use is flat, so they will rest perfectly on the metal surface. We can see that the metal has removed the thread of that screw, so I will drive a new one. I will also drive a longer screw there. The clamping bolt was there, so I think that is a good place to put one screw. And I will also drive another screw there. But this time I will bevel that hole, just because I want to weaken the metal, so it doesn't eat the screw thread away. Gently, because I don't want to drill to the other side of the metal. Now I think that won't be moved. Now I have to screw it to the MDF base. I want to center the disc, so I need to move those strips to that side. I will put the disc sander table there, and one clamp there, and the drill handle will fall to this side. So, because I don't want to complicate this making, I will screw this right in the corner. I drill guide holes. I drive the screws until the tip protrudes the other side, and I fit them in the holes in the part with the support, and I drive them. Well, as I mentioned before, this goes like that. I mount the drill and the sanding disc. And now I want to say how to put the table. Those two strips will hold the tabletop. And finally I decided to make the top with that piece of pine board, but I need to make it higher. So I will put there these two pieces of plywood. Like that the tabletop is right where I need it. I've cut the strips as long as the tabletop wide. And I will nail there the plywood pieces. This goes like that, with the plywood pieces on the MDF base. I think that is the right position. So I screw it to the base. I center the tabletop on the strips, and I screw it. And now I realize that the sanding disc is not at 90 degrees with the table. But if I put that piece of plywood under the drill, now the sanding disc is at 90 degrees with the table. But if I push too hard when I use this disc sander, I could move the drill. So I will also put there a small wooden block. And to make sure the drill won't turn this way, I will also put there another wooden block. I screw the piece of plywood and the block together behind the drill. And now I screw that block. But now the clamp bracket diameter is bigger. So it happens that I cannot use the bolt to tighten it. So I had to use a longer bolt, with a washer between the bracket and the nut. I also tighten all the parts in the support, to make sure it stays rigid. Now I can clamp this disc sander and see how it works. I make sure hammer is turned off. With this button I set the drill to turn in a counterclockwise direction, and I can use this button to block the trigger on. I can use this small wheel to set the turning speed. And finally I can check how this disc sander works. Not bad, it is very easy to use, and it sands quite fast. Thanks for watching. You can find all my woodworking and DIY videos in my channel in YouTube. And if you like my videos, thanks for subscribing to my channel.